So I haven't posted in a while. Life got busy and just trying to keep up with the channel on top of that just became a lot. So I'm still doing a lot. And I wanted to talk about a project I've been working on recently. So one thing I do a lot when people send me videos is I'll take the YouTube URL, I'll head over to some kind of transcription extractor, and then I'll just paste that into something like ChatGPT to get a summary. I do this because one, I don't want every video people send me to impact my YouTube algorithm. And two, because it saves time and I can always skip to parts in the video if I find them interesting. Then I saw someone doing something similar as a service and I felt like I could improve on that idea. And on top of that, I've gotten really into Cursor and Claude lately. And while I'm not what you'd call a vibe coder, I'm definitely trying to embrace the idea of becoming an agentic coder. And I'd say the difference between them is that agentic coders let AI do a lot of the work, but they still know what's going on. They still know what's going on inside the system. While vibe coders let AI do all the work and trust it to do things completely. And I just don't have that kind of trust. So, long story short, I thought I'd give myself a 24-hour challenge to create a fully functional software as a service app that I'd want to use myself. And so I decided to make this app right here. So let me give you a little demo. Once you've logged in, you'll get a dashboard button on the top right here that will take you right to your converted video screen. From there, you just plug in a YouTube video URL. I'll just grab this one here, although I recommend that people use this guy right here. So I'll just do that instead. Plug it in here and you hit convert. What it does is it's going to take that, and if there's a transcript, it will grab it and then feed it into OpenAI using a custom prompt. The prompt is something I'm constantly working on to improve to make it so you don't need to even use the video. But for now, you'll see in a few seconds how I'm leveraging the timestamps from the transcription to make it so that it's easier to navigate the video because you still kind of need it. But hopefully for not much longer. All right, now that that's done, you see I get a complete step-by-step guide, and I can either read through this. So here are all the steps from the video, complete with time codes. So I can read through it. And I see there are a few little weird things that it does here, but you still get the basic idea. And I can read through it, like I said, or I can jump to that spot in the video. So right here, it's talking about creating an assets folder. Let's jump to that. And there you go. So then if I want to talk about installing WP scripts, maybe that's not clear, I can jump to that part in the video. And this is really useful because then if I'm trying to learn something, I can instantly jump to that part in the video and I don't have to constantly pay for something like Udemy or what have you to learn a specific subject. I can just come here, copy the video for free. If you want to do more than 5 in a day, of course, I'm charging and I'll show you that. But yeah, let me show you the rest of the app. So I also have a bunch of formats you can use to copy the video into. Like if you want to copy it as Markdown, you can do that. It also supports Notion, Obsidian. You can copy it into YouTube Notes if you want to use this to generate your kind of timestamps for your video. And you can also download the PDF. So if I just click here, it's going to give me a printed PDF with all the steps in it, along with the time codes and the notes, which is pretty cool. Now, one thing you'll notice is that I'm in the history area here. And if I click history, you can see all the other videos I've converted here. And this is paginated, well, infinitely scrollable, or I can search it. So if I want to look up WordPress, there's WordPress. If I want to look up React, I don't have anything on React, but I can look up any video. So let's say I want to look for a step-by-step guide there. Shows right up. Now, if you wanted to switch from free to paid, you could go to the billing tab here. You could, right now I'm in the comped plan, so I can't really switch it around, but you would be able to upgrade your service here. This is integrated with Stripe. First time I really did something like that on a SaaS app. And you can switch between free and pro. And you can look at your past billing invoices here. Then here you can go to settings. I can change my name or I can delete my account. And then down here, I have the feedback. So like if somebody sees something wrong or they have an idea, hey, they can send me that and I'll receive that in the admin area. So I'd definitely say I succeeded in my goal of building something cool within 24 hours. This is a usable SaaS product, although I've definitely been working on it a lot since then to polish it, give it a new design, that kind of thing, which has been a blast. Now, let's talk about the stack a little bit. This thing is written in Next.js, hosted on Vercel. The database is Convex, which I'll have to do a video on soon because it's so cool to work with. It uses something called a trigger flow. Not all database systems support that, and that's something that's been very cool to work with in Convex. It also supports live updates via WebSockets out of the box. So when somebody makes a change somewhere, you can instantly see that change show up on the front end. But I'll save that for another video. Um, I have a separate API that this thing runs off of. That thing is the thing that goes out and fetches the transcription, stores it in Cloudflare key value store, and it's hosted on Railway. And of course, I'm using OpenAI to generate the guides that you see here. Now, you might wonder why all of a sudden I'm talking about agentic coding out of nowhere. Like, hey, where did that come from? Well, I'm not using agentic coding in everything I do, but I'm definitely trying to embrace it. And I found myself with every side project I'd come up with, every idea, I'd inevitably work through half of it, three-fourths of it before I'd hit a wall or get to some problem that made it so I didn't want to continue. So losing steam that far into a project kind of makes it so you just leave it and you're like, maybe I'll come back to it later, but probably not. And that happened basically every other time in the past that I worked on something. So I thought, let me embrace this thing and see how it does. And so far, it's been amazing. Now, do I think agentic coding is for everyone? Definitely not. I think agentic coding is a force multiplier. Whatever skill level you are, it's going to let you do what you already do, just faster. That means if you're good or great, you're going to be great faster, maybe 2 or 3 times faster. But if you're not great, if you're junior and just starting out, you're going to create problems a lot faster and you're going to get into a situation you can't get out of that you wouldn't be in if you would just learn the material. So I still think people should learn the basics before they touch tools like Cursor or Claude, even with the auto completion. However, if you're a mid to senior level developer, I would say you definitely need to get up to speed on these things or you're going to get left behind. So that's my 2 cents. If you're interested in trying out the tool, it's on yoinktube.com. I'm very open to feedback and suggestions. If there's any interest, maybe I'll put up a coupon code out there for my viewers in another video. But otherwise, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Happy coding.